a medium-sized, strikingly patterned ancestral true seal featuring a flexible body perfectly adapted to temperate and subarctic coastal marine networks. Adults sport a distinctive coat displaying precursors to modern ribbon bands, wide, pale cream-white loops and geometric bands that contrast cleanly against a dark chocolate brown or charcoal base, providing excellent disruptive camouflage across the dynamic reef channels and sandspits of the ancient Paratethys Sea region, specifically around present-day Moldova. A solitary pelagic hunter, it dives efficiently into nearshore waters to forage for squid, small octopuses, and schooling fish. On solid ground, it displays a specialized, snake-like locomotion, undulating its torso in a serpentine side-to-side shuffle while gripping the shoreline with its front claws. Males possess an internal throat sac system, using it to project vibrant, echoing underwater trills during the spring breeding season. Chronologically separated from its modern descendant, Histriophoca fasciata, it is best distinguished from H. fasciata by its less extreme skull specialization, slightly stouter dental layout, and its preference for warm temperate Miocene island bays, rather than modern subarctic pack ice rookeries. A diminutive, exceptionally agile true seal with a compact, flexible build reminiscent of a miniature harbor seal. Its short, dense pelt displays a handsome pattern of dark slate gray and silver mottling, with intricate speckling across its throat and underbelly. It is a classic nearshore specialist of the prehistoric North Sea basin, favoring the shallow, tide-rippled coastal bays and sandy river estuaries of ancient Belgium. Highly energetic, it hunts in shallow kelp beds, uniquely using its strong, dexterous front flippers to actively grasp, manipulate, and pin quick-moving fish and slippery crustaceans. On land, it hauls out in tight groups on isolated sandspits, traveling across mudflats with a lively, springy belly hitch. In the water, it is a master of tight turns, twisting through underwater obstacles with unparalleled agility. Alert and easily startled, colonies maintain a constant sentinel presence on shore, producing sharp, dog-like yips and quick nasal snorts when disturbed. Frequently shares its coastal habitat with larger Miocene phocids. It is instantly separated from them by its remarkably dwarf-size profile and its uniquely active, predatory use of the front flippers during foraging. A small, sleek earless seal with a noticeably short, compact facial profile and a slender, delicate lower jaw layout. Its dense pelt shows a clean silver buff ground color, intricately patterned with delicate, interlocking dark gray rings and fine spots across its back. Highly adapted to warm temperate waters, it actively patrols the expansive marine channels, shallow reef networks, and lush coastal lagoons of the ancient eastern Paratethys basin. An exceptionally nimble nearshore hunter, it uses its sharp, closely packed tricuspid teeth to snap up small, schooling fish and soft-bodied invertebrates in the shallows. It is highly gregarious, regularly hauling out in tight, vocal groups on sandy shoals. On land, its lightweight frame allows for a relatively brisk, fluid belly shuffle. In the water, it moves with supreme elegance, twisting sharply via flexible sweeps of its rear flippers. Colonies maintain a noisy presence on land, producing a steady chorus of high-pitched yips and nasal huffs. Frequently shares regional waterways with other small seals. It is best distinguished from the related Papusa vindabunensis by its more compact jaw layout, and from the diminutive Papusa bosca by its noticeably larger, more typical body size proportions. A small, sleek earless seal with a low, noticeably shortened facial profile and a small, thin mandible structure. Its dense, water-repellent pelage features a pale silver-gray ground color, heavily mottled with crisp, charcoal-colored rings and dark speckling along the back. Highly adapted to warm temperate marine zones, it thrives in the vast marine networks, dynamic island archipelagos, and rich coastal bays spanning Central and Eastern Europe. An exceptionally quick, nearshore predator, it darts through shallow waters using closely packed, tricuspid teeth to efficiently grasp small schooling fish and squids. Highly social, it forms loose groups that haul out on sunny sandbars and rocky ledges. On shore, its light build allows for a surprisingly nimble, undulating belly shuffle. In the water, it displays supreme agility, steering effortlessly with flexible strokes of its muscular rear flippers. Colonies are quite vocal on land, maintaining a steady chatter of sharp, dog-like yips and snorts. Frequently overlaps in habitat with other small European phocids. It is best distinguished from the related Papusa pannonica by its slightly less compact jaw layout and deeper femoral fossa structure, and from the diminutive Papusa bosca by its noticeably larger, more standard body size proportions. A sleek, small earless seal featuring a compact, relatively low facial profile and closely set, tricuspid molars. Its dense pelt shows a silvery tan ground color, decorated with fine dark gray spots that offer ideal camouflage along the shallow reef networks. warm coastal inlets, and sunny sandbars of its Central European marine habitat, specifically across ancient Hungarian waterways. An active nearshore hunter, it maneuvers through shallow waters to snap up small fish and soft-bodied invertebrates. It is highly gregarious, haulouts forming lively, close-packed colonies on sandspits during low tide. On land, its light build and sharp deltoid flipper crests allow for a relatively fluid, rhythmic belly shuffle. In the water, it displays superb agility, twisting effortlessly with flexible sweeps of its rear flippers. When resting on shore, individuals are quite vocal, producing a steady chatter of sharp, puppy-like yips and soft huffs. Frequently overlaps in habitat with other small European phocids. It is best distinguished from Papusa pannonica and P. vindabunensis by its specific regional distribution in Stravalian age deposits, and from the Pliocene Papusa bosca by its larger, more typical body proportions. A small, agile earless seal characterized by a low, shortened facial profile and a remarkably compact thin jaw structure. Its dense, short pelt displays a silver-gray background, covered in faint, darker gray ring-like patterns that blend seamlessly with sun-dappled coastal shallows. It is tightly associated with the warm, subtropical waters and rugged limestone coastlines of the ancient eastern Paratethys Basin, particularly around prehistoric Ukraine. An active, shallow water hunter, it uses closely packed tricuspid teeth to grasp quick-moving small fish and soft-bodied squid. It is highly social, frequently hauling out in tight, noisy groups on rocky limestone shelves and isolated sandspits. On shore, its light frame enables a relatively nimble, undulating belly glide. Underwater, it shows great maneuverability, twisting sharply with rapid strokes of its rear flippers. Colonies generate a steady chatter of sharp yips and quick nasal snorts when disturbed. Geographically overlaps with Papusa pannonica. It is best distinguished from P. pannonica by its subtly more compact jaw layout, and from the northern Papusa bosca by its noticeably larger, more standard size proportions. A minuscule true seal notable as the smallest known fossil phocid, possessing a remarkably tiny, compact body plan comparable to modern nerpa or ringed seals. Its short, dense coat features a silvery tan ground wash intricately flecked with fine charcoal ringlets and spot clusters along the spine. Perfectly adapted to temperate and cool-temperate coastal ecosystems, it frequents the shallow tidal bays, rich estuarine mudflats, and sandbar networks of the ancient North Sea basin, particularly around present-day Netherlands. An energetic nearshore hunter, it uses closely packed, sharp tricuspid teeth to snap up small fish, tiny octopuses, and soft-bodied crustaceans. It is highly social, hauling out tightly packed on sandy spandrels at low tide. Terrestrially, its lightweight build enables a rapid, fluid belly shuffle. In the water, it maneuvers with supreme agility, twisting through kelp forests via quick sweeps of its muscular hind flippers. Colonies maintain a noisy presence, producing a chorus of puppy-like yips and high nasal snorts. Frequently shares North Atlantic margins with larger contemporary phocids. It is instantly separated from all other relative species, including Papusa pannonica and P. vindabunensis, by its uniquely diminutive dwarf proportions, shorter skull frame, and distinct presence in younger, Pliocene horizons. A medium to large, powerfully built earless seal featuring a robust, elongated torso and a strongly defined, tapering head profile. Its thick pelage is dominated by a deep soot gray or dark pewter wash along the back, melting into a lighter silver cream underbelly with irregular dark mottling. It is a highly specialized marine predator native to the chilly, open marine waters, deep tidal channels, and storm-washed sandy barrier bars of the ancient North Sea basin, tightly bound to the prehistoric marine horizons of Denmark. An accomplished pelagic diver, it spends extended periods away from land, cruising deep offshore currents to hunt schooling fish and fast-moving squid. Primarily solitary when foraging at sea, it periodically hauls out on quiet beaches to molt. Terrestrially, its substantial size results in a heavy, hitching belly shuffle. In the water, it is an efficient power swimmer, propelled by deep, rhythmic sweeps of its wide rear flippers. During coastal congregations, adults produce low, resonant throat clicks and deep, bubbling growls. Geographically and chronologically separated from its younger, Pliocene relative Griffoca similis, it is best distinguished from G. similis by its less robust cranial elements and its tight ecological association with older, more northern Miocene Danish marine deposits rather than temperate Belgian reef networks. A medium to large, heavily built earless seal featuring a robust, elongated torso and a dense, muscular neck profile. Its coarse, water-repellent coat shows a dark asphalt gray or mottled soot brown wash along the back, fading to a pale silver cream on the belly, and decorated with subtle dark rings across the flanks. It is a powerful nearshore and pelagic specialist of the temperate North Sea basin, closely bound to the dynamic reef channels, sandy estuarine shoals, and rich tidal pools of ancient Belgium. An exceptional diver, it patrols coastal marine zones and open channels to hunt schooling fish and fast-moving cephalopods. Solitary at sea, it frequently hauls out in small, loose groups on secluded beaches to rest and molt. On solid ground, its great bulk results in a slow, laboring, and heavily hitching belly shuffle. Underwater, however, it transforms into an incredibly powerful swimmer, driven by deep, rhythmic sculling motions of its wide rear flippers. When gathered on shore reefs, adults produce low, resonant throat clicks and deep, vibrating grunts. Chronologically and geographically separated from its older, Miocene relative Griffoca nordica, it is best distinguished from G. nordica by its more robust cranial features, a stouter overall build, and its strict ecological association with younger, Pliocene horizons in the southern Belgian basin, rather than cold-water Danish marine deposits. A medium-sized, sleek earless seal, with a gracefully streamlined torso and a classic, gently rounded profile typical of ancestral harbor seals. Its dense, short coat features a beautiful silver buff background, heavily peppered with variable charcoal spots and interlocking dark ringlets across the shoulders. A specialized coastal resident of the prehistoric North Atlantic, it favors shallow marine reef networks, tide-swept estuarine bars, and rich muddy bays. An exceptionally quick nearshore predator, it patrols kelp channels to actively snap up schooling fish and small cephalopods. Highly social, it gathers in loose-let congregations during the spring breeding season, where males occupy distinct underwater display territories. Terrestrially, it leaves the water to rest on sand spits, traveling via a rhythmic, undulating belly shuffle. In the water, it displays supreme agility, steering effortlessly with flexible strokes of its rear flippers. Breeding colonies are intensely vocal, with competing males projecting deep, low-frequency broadband growls and underwater roars, frequently contrasted with its modern relative, the common seal, Phoca vitulina. It is best distinguished from P. vitulina by its more generalized skull morphology, a slightly more slender dental configuration, and its unique distribution within ancient Neogene fossil horizons across the North Atlantic realm.